Hiya, and welcome back to Fatal Force, the game that teaches us that, um, the game that teaches us that the best protection that is offered is Zearu's protection, and also, I don't even remember part 21 of Sileo Tales of a New Dawn. I don't even remember part 21. I don't even remember part 22. That was shit that was done last year. That was shit that was done while the 3 in 2023 was still a 2. Oh, that one. I did that shit last year. I don't remember half of it. Anyways, let's just hop right in. What? Dravyar's right next to me. Wait, how is he able to fit in here? He's enormous. Or I guess this car is built larger for him? Aw, hey, why did you remove the blindfold? You know you're not supposed to remove it until we arrive back at my home. Heh, must have been excited to know I'm here, eh? He chuckled with a mild growling tone, and looked at me. I look away, flustered. It seems that the beast inside you is starting to grow. The full moon is approaching. I guess wearing that blindfold would have become useless sooner or later, given you'd eventually figure it out yourself even without sight. He winked and lightly elbowed me. He has a point about the blindfold. I guess I wasn't just imagining it. My senses have started to become far more acute than a normal human. The blindfold was only delaying the inevitable. Well, could you now please tell me everything, Dravyar? And don't lie again! You promised! I tell him firmly. He just readjusted his sitting position calmly. Alright, first things first. You've already guessed that Zearu, Mickey, and I are werewolves, but simultaneously, we aren't. Wait, what do you mean? You remember when you asked to see our hands? Mickey and I had no paws, yet Zearu had them. Also, yeah, I noticed you kept looking at our butts. Mickey and I don't have tails like Zearu's. Dravyar, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't looking at yours and Mickey's asses. I wasn't doing that. It seems he already knows what I was thinking about them. So, you're like a special type of werewolf? Oh, no, you silly. We're a hybrid. Part werewolf, part beast man. I'm going to, like, turn up my microphone sensitivity. There we go. Ah. He chuckled. I look at him, trying to process what he meant. A hybrid between a werewolf and a beast man? That they're both types of monsters. They're almost identical. There shouldn't be anything massively different. Well, what's the difference? Oh, come on. You already know the answer, silly. I continue to look at him with my brain still slowly churning through everything I could think of as he stared at me. He started showing his fangs. It clicked in my head. You can't turn back into a human, can you? Exactly. 100 marks for you. Why does he say marks? 10 points for Gryffindor. Though, here's another thing you probably didn't think of. I hurt myself today. What are the lyrics for that song? Because I'm going to sing it. Because, like, I want to add some comedy. Because if this is a fucked up game, then I want to add some comedy to it. So, hang on. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away. In the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. And I will let you down. I will make you hurt. Fucking Rick and Morty. Except that's Johnny Cash. He whipped out a knife from seemingly nowhere and drove it straight into his hand. What? Driver, are you okay? Have you gone insane? Shh. Shh. Look carefully, Alex. He pulled out the knife and I could see the hole puncturing straight through his hand. Smoke suddenly started forming around the cut. The wound was rapidly closing and within a second nothing. The wound was gone. Ah, gee, Rick. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick. Ah, jeez. He stabbed himself in the hand, Rick. He stabbed himself in the hand, Rick. Ah, jeez. It healed. It healed, Rick. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick. Ah, jeez. Healing speed. I'm going to keep my microphone sensitivity turned up. Let me just adjust it again. I'm never going to be happy with its position. And there we go. He nodded and patted my head with his large hand. But, of course, the three of us are different kinds of hybrids, given we have different features, technically. Well, I mean, what do you mean exactly? You see, Mickey was also a human. Wait, what? How did he become a hybrid? Given the reports long ago, he was attacked and was pretty much dead. Almost all of his internal organs had failed and needed to have replacement organs. Specifically, those from a beast man. I don't really even know how to properly process that. Everything feels like a part sci-fi, part fantasy story now. So, like, Mickey just turned into who he is now? Well, almost. He was initially an extremely aggressive guy to try and deal with. He was practically a wild animal. Wait, really? How in the world is that guy who always seems to be cheerful, almost seems to be a cheerful pervert at almost all times, start off as such an aggressive being? Yeah, really. I mean, think about it. One moment you're human, the next moment you're being attacked and black out, then the next moment you're awake, part monster. I am speechless. These stories feel so unbelievable. So, you're telling me that his body shut down and he went into a coma? And then when he woke up, he was transformed into a white wolfish creature? Kinda. Motherfucker's doing an oh whoa face. Motherfucker's oh whoaing. He stabbed himself in the hand, revealed some trauma about his teammate to us, and now he's oh whoaing, and I'm never going to be happy with my microphone. I'm never going to be happy with my microphone levels. I'm never going to be happy with it. But motherfucker's oh whoaing. He smiled and pulled open a drawer in front of his seat. Here, you might be thirsty. He gave me a bottle of, I think, lime juice. I try to open it. Give me that. I give him the bottle back and he quickly popped the cap open. Man, he's kind. Oh, shitty. He just chugged it. That hits the spot. He sneered at me for a moment before relaxing and chuckling again. Don't take it seriously, kiddo. I'm just playing around. He pulled another one out and popped its cap again. Man, Dravyar really has a habit of chucking jokes whenever he can, huh? Okay, let me get... I'm going to try and understand this. Dravyar is the Joker of the group. He's over here being an asshole and laughing at everything. Zearu is the precious baked bean that everyone must protect, and Mickey is a horny zombie. Okay. I take a sip of the lime juice. Honestly, it's not that sour nor too sweet. I start drinking more. Really lovely flow. Oh, oops, I didn't realize I already finished it. So, was Zearu the same? Like, just a human child turned into the same way as Mickey? Dravyar's cheerfulness died instantly. He took a few small breaths. Actually, no. He is, or at least was, older than me. Wait, but like, how? He looks really small to be older than you. Dravyar took another sharp breath. Oh boy, how do I put this in words? Well, okay, look, basically, he was originally a beast man and then got bitten by a werewolf. There, end of story. Oh boy, this fishy stuff again. Look, I know what you're going to ask, and I really wish I could tell you more about him. But there's a part that I just can't. I'm sorry. Just, Zearu, as long as he's okay, then I'm fine with that. He's already been suffering through so much. I just let him be now, even though he's already lost his memories. Whoa, wait a minute. Mickey mentioned something like this before. He mentioned that it was rare to see his old self a while ago. So, Zearu has amnesia, but every once in a while his memories come back when he's asleep? Dravyar nodded slowly and turned away. He was hiding something. Kind of. His memories are actually unpredictable. The recalls can happen spontaneously while he's busy playing. We had one case where it happened while he was eating. These spontaneous memory recalls only last for a really short moment, and then he just goes back to being his current childish self. He looked back at me, hoping that I could just trust his word. Well, I guess there isn't a point in asking about Zearu's background now. He knows better than I do, after all. The perfect team! We have the horny zombie that's trying to fuck everything that moves. A child with memory issues. Fucking Dory from Finding Nemo. Deadpool. And some random as fuck kid that got bit. Literally, that is the greatest team ever. Case wasn't clear who was who. The horny zombie that'll fuck anything that moves, that's Mickey. The child, Dory from Finding Nemo, is Zearu. Dravyar's Deadpool. And we're some random ass kid that got bit. So, you know, the best team ever. Blech. These conversations are starting to make my mouth dry up really quickly somehow. Dravyar flicked his ear and looked at me, concerned. Are you alright, Alex? You look pale. He touched my chin as he asked. I think I'm still thirsty. Hey, no need to be so concerned about asking. He chuckled and began digging into a strange box in front of him. Here, try this orange juice. He pulled out a bottle and passed it to me. I checked it to see what brand it was. It's just a brandless bottle, just a plain old bottle with orange juice. Weird. No way he's made this orange juice and kept it here. What's even weirder is that it's still really cold when I touch it. I hesitate for a bit before drinking. It's familiar. I look at Dravyar. He smiled at me. The taste isn't bad, to be honest. Took a large sip and let it sit in my mouth. It's an odd flavor, but it makes it feel sort of fresh. I'm kind of amazed by that. Then it clicked in my head. Did you mix this with ginger? Did I? He winked at me. He really did, and I really like it. Though, why did he make this? Why go through the trouble of making this one drink for me? He didn't ask to drink it with me. What's wrong? You don't like it? Oh, no. I really enjoy it. It tastes really good. I see. So do you feel better now? Yeah, much better. Thanks, Dravyar. He started blushing a little under his fur. I could tell he was trying to hide it. It's really cute. So, when did you get bitten? You're a hybrid as well, yeah? I was still curious about the hybrid deal. It's not an everyday occurrence to hear about anyways. Or any of this, for that matter. I hold the bottle of orange ginger juice and continue sipping as I listen to Dravyar. Oh, actually, I've never been bitten. Huh? Wait, so that means... I guess I was born with this. He was scratching his head while looking at me. So if he didn't get bitten and he was just born with these things, then for Dravyar's case, it comes from your parents? Yep. When I was a child, or I guess pup, given that's the term you humans use for canines, I was raised by my mother. I thought my mother was human until I learned that she was a werewolf. On the day she got killed in front of me by another werewolf. I stopped my drinking when I listened to the tragic stories of his life. I can't even imagine how that feels. Someone you love just killed. Right in front of you. Dead. The closest I've gotten is my mom's passing a long time ago from cancer, but even then, I had a chance to say goodbye. Dravyar, you've gone through so much. I'm really sorry. I mean it. I look at his face. He seems rather calm about it. No tears, nothing. I guess he's gotten over it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But thanks. So then, where's your father? He's a beast man, I assume? He is, though I never met him. Nor do I know where he is, nor do I know what has happened to him. I did ask my mother about my father. She told me that every time she looked at me, she would see my father, but just a different color of fur. What color? I think blue, dark blue? I don't remember. And my mother didn't tell me anything specifically about him except for one thing. About a certain place. His tone started to drop. I could tell he was becoming really serious about it again. I know he keeps hiding about it, but right now I think everything gets more sense. The land of the wolves. One of the places of the hidden world. You're still wondering whether that place exists or not, aren't you? He smirked and he began to return to his cool side. Didn't I? Or didn't you? I gave a light smile to him and continued sipping my drink. Well, yeah, I'm still uncertain what that place really is and where it's located. But my mother would always say that one day if I do manage to find it and manage to go in there, do not seek revenge on their people. Once again, I stop my drinking and begin to get confused with that statement. Well, what do you mean by revenge? I mean, if I do find a way in, I'm most likely going to find an answer as to what happened to my father. There's a very high possibility that he's already dead. Probably killed by someone who knows. And you're just fine with that? Huh? He flicked his ears and cocked his head at me. I mean, if both your mom and dad were murdered, did you ever try to find who the killer was? He sighed after I asked. You see, I already know who killed my mother, and I still remember it clearly since I was the one who killed him. As for my father, though, no. I didn't say he was actually killed. I'm only suggesting that he might have been killed. Still, you did have revenge for your mother, so surely it just naturally run its course once you're in the hidden world, right? You're wrong. I didn't kill them for vengeance. He lowered his voice a little bit. I actually killed him because at the time, he was after me too. It automatically triggered my beast side to kill him. It was self-defense, which isn't the same as revenge. It just looks like it. I feel like I'm starting to regret asking him about this. He's been through a lot just trying to protect himself and to survive. Dravyar slowly looked away from me. He's trying to avoid me. Oh, dear no! I hurt his feelings, didn't I? You know, even though I know I'm considered a monster, I still feel like a human at times. I miss my mother. Crap, what have I done? For someone who's been almost happy or stern, I've never seen him trembling before. I was shaking, trying to hold off his thoughts. Dravyar. Aww. That's adorable. Without hesitation, I get close to him and give him a hug. He seemed to be shocked by it. Alex. His voice felt like he was on the verge of crying. He was holding it in still. Slowly, his arms followed through in reply. He was trying to hug back, but he suddenly stops midway. His hands moved from my sides to my head and started petting me lightly. I look up at his face. He was trying to smile, though I can still feel the sadness in his eyes. I bet he's already been through a lot in his life. Chief, hold on! Hey, yo! Suddenly, I could hear a woman screaming. Dravyar pulled me up to his chest. He was bracing me from the sudden impact. What's going on? Something is approaching us. He whipped out a knife from his jacket. What are you doing? Look, stay quiet, and no matter what happens, stay in the car. He slid his hand and quickly slathered a little of his blood on my head. What was he doing? By the prayer upon the secret technique art of the wolves, hidden! So that's what he did back at the hostel. He did actually make himself invisible to others. Was he hiding me with the scent of his blood? I know you'll be able to hear me, Alex, but remember, absolutely do not leave this car. He pushed open the door, stepped out, and slammed the door. He seemed to be in a serious rush. What is going on here? Lisa, what's happening? She didn't respond. Man, I really wish I could see what's happening outside, but I can't. I forgot this car is for a privacy-type car. Bam! What the hell is that? Okay. Calm down. Just stay patient. Dravyar will come back soon. Well, no, actually, he never said he was coming back. Bam! Holy fucking hell, it felt like something just hit the vehicle. This vehicle seems to be almost a tank. The impact seemed to have done nothing to it. Good thing I stayed in the car. Seems like everyone in the car is alright. He will die. Huh? What? Who is that? In a panic situation, I tried to look around me. I swiveled my head around in a panic. I would have assumed Zearu, given he always likes doing pranks on me. But he's not here. Did it just go silent outside? It's all over, dearie. I could hear it again. Who the hell is it? Dravyar? Is he in trouble? I could hear him screaming out in pain. I need to go out and see. I need something, though. I shouldn't just go out there without protecting myself. I start digging inside around the seat area. Wish I could find something like a baseball bat? A metallic bat? Why in the world is it inside the car? Whatever. It's certainly far better than nothing. I push open the door and slowly exit the vehicle. Hi, and welcome to every single furry visual novel in existence, where it teaches us that the MC is horrible at following basic fucking instructions. I could see at the front of the car two beasts facing each other. Wait, is that the werewolf who attacked me before? Why is that werewolf here? Rawr. The werewolf continued to attack Dravyar as he countered the werewolf with his hand. Take this! And this! Arg. Damn, he even understands martial arts well, huh? I was fixated on their fighting pattern for a bit, then checked back in the car to find Lisa and Tony gone. Zearu was also not here, though I guess he might have an enchantment for the three of them. I continue to focus on the fight, except... God damn it! God damn it! Damn it! Fucking... Fuck! Damn it! Just hang on. Y'all gotta hear this shit. The fucking metal pipe sound. I accidentally dropped the metal bat. It clanged against the ground, and the night suddenly fell silent. The dark brown werewolf turned to the sound and started bolting towards me. Well, shit! Zearu! What the hell are you doing? I told you to stay in the car! Eh? Wait, Zearu? Why is he shouting Zearu's name? He's looking at me, too. The werewolf was still charging at me, but now more confused. Wait a second. I think I know what they're doing. Dravyar, I think I already figured it out somehow. Ah. I think I heard a gunshot from far away. I can't tell where it came from, though. That must be Mickey. He manages to shoot that werewolf from far away, I think. Zearu, now! The werewolf was hit. Mickey must have nailed him. Suddenly, I see a boulder flying towards the werewolf. Damn it! Damn it! Happy birthday to you! Zearu was carrying it and hurled it straight at the werewolf! Damn it! That is some original series Dragon Ball bullshit right there. Just bravo. Bravo, Zearu. Bravo. Fuck. Damn it. Just... Zearu was carrying it and hurled it straight at the werewolf. The stone slammed the werewolf, sending it sideways and driving it into the ground. What in the world did I just see? Dravyar stood still there. Judging by his appearance, he seemed pretty satisfied with the result. Suddenly, Dravyar turned around and walked up to me, picking up the metal bat that I'd dropped on accident. Don't worry about it, bud. There's nothing to worry about now. He lightly poked my head, and I could feel something light go down my body. Seems I've returned to being visible again. So, what now? I asked. Dravyar gave me his charming smile and turned back to walk back to the werewolf. Dravyar raised the bat and gave it a swing. And turned it into a huge sword. It feels like watching an action movie, except now real. I could feel the trembling air down on my skin. The amount of euphoria going down me was immense, and I'm certainly never going to forget this day. Dravyar pointed his sword to the werewolf that was still on the ground, unable to stand. You want to kill him, Dravyar? I asked, and I mean, that's probably a stupid question, but at least I now know who's the one who bit me. No, I need to do some judgment first. That is some Kingdom Hearts bullshit right there. And I love it! He held the sword across his face, resting one hand on the edge of on the end of the blade and his other on the handle. The sword's blade was like a mirror, reflecting the light to the werewolf, who seemed to have been trying to avoid looking at it. Judgment! Witches scream. Dravyar leapt backwards suddenly. He seemed to have been trying to avoid something. The atmosphere is changing. I don't know how I know, but I can feel something sinister happening. Time is stopping again. Wait, again? Everyone, take cover! I have no idea what he's talking about, but I'm not going to bother questioning. I began to bolt away. Within a second, I was about to realize why. A massive lightning bolt struck everywhere around the area. Oh, good. Fuck! Run! Just keep running. Just keep running. Then I trip and fall. Shit, 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 shit. I can see a huge lightning bolt blazing towards me. I'm going to die. Alex! Yay! Almost death. That's not good. Dravyar grabbed me by the arm and hauled me away, just barely avoiding the lightning. He saved me. He was carrying me like a baby. My face was squished up against his chest and I could hear his heartbeat. Thunder! It feels like fire. That motherfucker cast Thundaga. That motherfucker cast a combination of Thundaga and Gravaga. That is some Thundaga Gravaga combination spell shit, and I'm going to get a drink. Like, it's just Thundaga and Gravaga. If there was, like, rain or some shit, then I guess also Blizzaga. I'm waiting for fire, so that way it's Firaga. Feels like I'm flying. He was gripping onto me tightly, making sure I wasn't going to fall as he was bounding. He stopped running and took cover under an area where the lightning could not strike, not far from where we left the car. Now I'm wondering about the lightning. Is it some sort of enchantment? Is everyone okay? I start looking around the area that still had lightning. Meanwhile, Dravyar put me down slowly. Lisa, Tony, and Zearu, we need to save them! Don't worry about them. They know how to handle situations like this. Hiya. He explained. He looked back to the lightning-struck area. Yeah, kinda. Mickey! You're late. Yeah, hey, at least I did the job properly. Even from a distance. Yeah, that's fair. Your aim is quite impeccable. Dravyar gives praise to Mickey. And it seems Mickey trying to hide his blushing. Now that I think about it, though, how the heck did he get here? Oh, huh. Zeru's behind Mickey, who's just sleeping inside some kind of backpack. Damn, Zeru can somehow go from yeeting boulders and watching lightning bolts coming streaming down from the sky to sleep. Just like that. He took the baby. Mickey, how far were you when you made that shot? Huh? What do you mean? Considering that Zeru was already here, that means you already were alerted of what was going to happen. Mickey, shocked, and flicked his ears. Dravyar, still looking at the never-ending lightning, put his hand on his muzzle, thinking. Not far. Just 2 kilometers from here. What? That's extremely damn far! I don't know any handgun that can properly hit a target at 3/4 that distance, let alone hit a target perfectly in a group of people. Is he using a special handgun for sniping? Oh, and as for why I eventually got here, after I took the shot, I felt that something wasn't right. So I just rushed over. I knew things were going to get even more problematic when I heard Dravyar shouting. So I only managed to grab the closest person to me. Which was Zearu? Yup. Though Lisa and Mr. Lame Four Eyes were rushing to go inside the car anyways. Four Eyes? Maybe he's referring to Tony. So Lisa and Tony are safe? I mean, maybe. I'm not sure about the lightning that's continuously nailing it over and over again. Oh, don't worry about it. They're fine. The car is pretty resistant against lightning strikes. Dravyar, is lightning like an enchantment? I asked, and Dravyar started to approach the lightning. Hang on, I'm checking something real quick because I'm curious about something, so I'm going to check it. Hiya. Probably, though it's better suited to call it a curse. A curse? Well, do you know the stories of the legendary Blair Witch and how it ended? And, not the movie version, by the way. I still need to watch the Blair Witch Project. I just need to sit down and watch the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, I was about to mention that. Indeed, I watched that movie before. Blair Witch. The backstory for the film is a legend fabricated by 2 people which is detailed in the Curse of the Blair Witch. The legend describes the killings and disappearances of some of the residents of Blair, Maryland. The legend, huh? A fictitious town on the side of Burkittsville, Maryland from the 18th to 20th centuries. Residents blamed these occurrences on the ghost of Ellie Kedward, a Blair resident accused of practicing witchcraft in 1785 and sentenced to death by exposure. The Curse of the Blair Witch presents the legend as real, complete with manufactured newspaper articles, newsreels, television news reports, and staged interviews. There were filmmakers who disappeared, but their equipment and footage were discovered a year later, then made it into movies. What the heck? Something different with the information. What's the difference? Well, the real one is much more sinister. Once they scream, everything begins to crumble. The witch's scream curse. It's the witch's hollering curse, actually, which was what you heard just earlier, just before the lightning started coming down. How are we going to stop it? I asked, and I slowly get up next to Dravyar. Simple. He raised his hands up to his chest and put them in a position as if he was ready to clap. I begin to think of a solution, and it suddenly clicks. He said the solution is simple. It's probably not the first thing that people think of or realize, being the situation feels overpowering and requires a lot to end. But think about it. When people get angry and scream, the quickest way to stop the problem right then and there? By the prayer upon thee. To have the sound stop. Secret technique, Art of the Wolves. Dead echo. He clapped. The lightning stopped instantly. And just like that, all of the noise in the night had stopped instantly. I blinked several times. That is weirdly surreal. It's like the magic show where a rabbit is inside a hat and after a single tap it disappears from the hat, but on a far, far grander scale. Woo! Nice! This evening I just found out Wendigos exist, and now witches too? Well, no, not quite. Huh? We're still dealing with the same person, actually. Mickey stated. He turned around to pick Zearu up. Dravyar retrieved his sword left on the road. He paused and was staring at something. I slowly approached him. I couldn't tell exactly what was wrong, but my heartbeat was starting to rise. Dravyar? Did you notice something? Huh? What? I tried to look around the area, and I noticed that the werewolf who attacked us has disappeared. Did it run away? Or maybe that werewolf was the one who cast the curse? He escaped. Indeed. The interesting part is, this guy can hide his scent. Very clever one. He chuckled and changed his sword into a tiny blade. Wait a minute. That blade is the same one he cut himself with to demonstrate his healing before. This is getting really weird. So, you're giving up already? Hiya. Yeah, that's enough for today. Wait, what? I mean, I already got what I want for now. We'll figure out the rest a later time. What does he mean by he already got what he wanted? Dravyar walked straight to the car and knocked on the side view mirror. I quickly follow him. The car window rolled down and I could see Lisa and Tony. They seemed to be okay. Everyone okay? Yes, Chief. Wolves. Yup, seems all fine to me. I couldn't hold in my laughter after hearing that one heck of an exchange. Dravyar winked at me. He laughed with me. It was a simple joke, but it's already managed to make me forget all the terror that I felt during that night. Lisa, see you tomorrow. Alright, Chief. Good night. Eh? I could hear Tony starting the engine, and Lisa closed the window. They drove off, leaving the two of us here, alone. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Dravyar, I still don't get it right now. About what? He looked at me and then walked up to me. Ah! By complete surprise, he lifted me like he was picking up a sack. Dravyar, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, not comfortable? Maybe this is a better position. He readjusted me into a cradling position. Like a baby. Just like how he did when he saved me from the lightning. Drave, don't get me wrong here, bud. We'll just be walking back to my home. And don't try to think of this as a kind of romantic scene. He winked whilst giving a small laugh. It's a good thing you're not heavy at all. Not even some brand new pups are this light. But this small one is so damn heavy. Ah! That is adorable. Just Zearu. Mickey was not far from us, carrying Zearu on his back. It seems that Zearu was still asleep. Well, it's a good thing you work out every day, huh? You are probably the strongest out of everyone. Dravyar teasing Mickey. He lightly bumped Mickey's shoulder. I nearly let out a laugh. Mickey doesn't seem annoyed by that statement. Matter of fact, he seems to be blushing. Okay then, can someone tell me what is going on? You still don't get it, do you? Do I? Considering what happened, we cannot risk the other members to be involved further. You just saw that bitch that has followed you since you left the academy. But I didn't see it, and it just happened to attack us. Just let me explain, Mickey. You are only making this more confusing. Then he takes a small breath and looks directly at me. I will explain everything, just as I promised you. But now, we need to walk, or rather run since that guy might be following us again. Don't worry, this time we will not be followed again. We're going to use a different route. I see now. I nod at him, even though I really don't know what he actually meant by that. I'm not going to ask questions right now, though. I'm going to give Mickey a different voice because I don't want to keep doing the Filthy Frank voice for him. Do I want to, give him, a weird Chills voice? Do I want to give Mickey, a weird Chills voice, except when it's serious? Get ready. Let's see who arrives first. Hold on tight, Alex. What? A race? If I win... Wait, no, that doesn't work. I don't want to give him a high-pitched voice either. Do I want to give him the original voice that I gave Dravyar? Do I just want to give Mickey the original voice that I gave Dravyar? I think I'm gonna do... If I win, you will be my slave on the bed for one night. Mickey chuckled in a perverted way. If I win, then I'll slap your face. What? Go. I barely felt any lurch when they started to run. They were running towards the woods near the road, and I closed both my eyes. Dravyar carefully held me. They were traveling faster and faster. It felt like I was riding on a motorcycle going as fast as it could. Everything was whizzing by, leaping over entire river spans and boulders. They were running so quickly it was getting really hard for me to keep my eyes open from the wind whipping against my face. It feels like I'm flying. The lurches left and right, up and down, it was like riding a roller coaster. Suddenly, I could feel Dravyar slowing himself down to a walking pace, before eventually coming to a complete stop. Alex, open your eyes. Huh? I opened my eyes slowly, immediately looking at Dravyar's face. He was smiling. Why are you smiling like that? I asked, and he begins to chuckle with my question. Well, your face seems pale. Again, Alex. Pale? Are you afraid with speed, Alex? Kinda? By the way, Alex, over there, you should see it. I nod and slowly turn my head towards where he was looking. I suddenly bite my lips. I felt like I was hypnotized from the view in front of me. It was our small town. The shimmering light from the buildings is so beautiful. Are we in the mountains? Well, probably not quite. We're certainly high, though. But there was something else that made me feel so warm inside. The night sky. It was so completely clear of any haze or clouds. Only the moon and an uncountable amount of stars. It's so surreal. I could feel tears starting to roll down my cheeks. The light of the brilliant sky. Never have I felt something quite like this in my entire life. Oh, you're such a little crybaby. He wiped my tears with his palm before slowly putting me down and sitting next to me. So, do you feel better now? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just really amazed by the view. It's so beautiful. Yeah. I was worried about why you were crying for a moment. But, why would you bring me here? What about your race with Mickey? Nah, I'll deal with him later. I figured, though, that after everything that's happened today, you needed this. Besides, in case you still haven't found your arrow yet, this one should help. He smiled. I never thought he would be so concerned about me finding my own arrow. But indeed, this view certainly gave me a feeling that I've never quite experienced before. Thank you, Dravyar. You are welcome. Now, let's just enjoy the view and relax, alright? Sure. I just hope I can get my smartphone back soon. It would be nice to take a picture of this. Oh, that. He suddenly dug his hand into one of his pockets. Here's your phone. I fixed it. It should be all ready for you. My phone! I take the phone from his hand and turn it on, and I'm glad nothing happened to it. Wait, you fixed it? Yes, it was soaked when I found it in your clothes. Luckily for you, it wasn't seriously damaged, but I managed. Jeez, that's nice of you. I thought I lost it on the day that the werewolf attacked me. Yeah, don't worry about it. You really have quite the dirty collection on your phone, by the way. He smirked and glared at me as if I was doing something wrong. Huh? Dirty collection? Wait, did he?
Oh no! He checked the contents of my phone, didn't he?
There's no way he's talking about anything else, no denying it. I always save pictures, especially from Twitter and several other sites. Hold up. Especially furries and kimonos. And some of them certainly go into explicit territory. Shit! My face flushes a bright red. Aw, don't be shy. I never thought you would also be a guy for visual novels. I feel called out. I feel called the fuck out. It's like, bitch. It's like, bitch. I still remain silent, trying my best not to face him directly. Yeah. Don't worry about it, Alex. I already know. Huh? What? That you like men. I don't really know how to counter that. Since when? I asked, but still cannot face him. Pretend to admire the view. Well, since day one when you woke up. The moment Mickey entered my room wearing only underwear. Your heart rate shot up pretty fast. I completely forgot about that event. Damn it. Oh, don't take it seriously. we still can be friends. Since when have you decided we are friends? I always felt like you were treating me as your subject. You don't want me to be your friend? You don't want me to be your friend? I looked directly at him. He seemed really serious and worried about it. Well, I really want to. It's just that I'm scared you'll be disgusted by me eventually. Why would that be the case? Well, I might end up seducing you. I chuckle and give him a small punch on the shoulder. Seduction. Do you remember who I live with? Mickey is always trying to flirt with me all the time. Nah, I'm just joking. He let out a small chuckle and began to stand up. Let's go. Are we going to walk this time? I asked since he is not offering to lift me like this before. Yeah. He pointed me in the direction that... Wait, what? A large building appeared just behind... No. Wait, we're in the building on the balcony. On the first floor balcony. We are already here? No wonder you didn't bother about Mickey. You already won the race. Nah, even if he arrived first, he still would have gone straight to bed. And fall asleep. Ah, right, he's been carrying Zearu, and his weight probably would have taken the energy out of him. 100 marks for you! Now come in and take a bath. I already prepared your pajamas and placed them on the bed in my room. Pajamas? Seriously? This wolf, he already knows my dark secrets, and yet he's still nice to me. Most of the time, people are repulsed by those who they consider weird, especially if it affects them or a group they're a part of. It's not like we asked to have it this way. It's just that it's almost ingrained in human nature. Fuck yeah, pajamas! When I'm at school, I wear pajamas because they're comfortable. I probably should not have said that. But still, fuck yeah, pajamas! I'm secretly hoping that they're like the Nickelodeon pajamas with all the cartoons on them. You know, like Ren and Stimpy and Hey Arnold. And actually, I have those somewhere. I actually own those pajama pants. They're somewhere. I'm not wearing them right now. I'm wearing like shorts. He treats everyone equally. Draviar has already entered the house while I'm still outside. The view outside still makes me want to stay. I can't help it. This house is really well positioned, surrounded by forest, high places, and with clear sight on the city. I like it. A few minutes later, I can hear someone coming from the nearby forest. Oh, Mickey finally arrived, and he looks kind of exhausted while Zearu is still sleeping on his back. Huffs, huffs. It seems like you lose. I chuckled and he seemed annoyed. Yeah. Whatever. I need to put this tiny inside. Mickey goes straight into the house and seems really upset with his defeat. I think I'm going to go inside too. I go inside and start trying to figure out which of the 3 doors leads to Draviar's room. Maybe I could try this werewolf ability. I remember a TV series, a teenager that turns into a werewolf and learns to control it. I think I can use the same method. I try to remember their scents and focus on them. Zearu has a kind of smooth scent, like sweet candy. I confuse Mickey's. His scent is almost like alcohol and somehow a bit like peppermint. Draviar, I'm always with him. He has a strong but calming scent. Chamomile? Let's try this. First door, I try to sniff around it. Nothing. Definitely nothing. Next one, I try to sniff around it. Oh? This one must be Mickey's. It also has Zeru's scent. He must have put him in his room. Mickey must be really tired. I can hear him snoring inside. The last door must be Draviar's room. I can confirm it. The smell of chamomile. I opened the door and I was right. I went to his bed and it seems he really had prepared the pajamas. I should take a bath. After the bath, I try to put on the pajamas. Whoa. It really fits me well. Oh, that must be Draviar. Well, it seems you had a really good smell. He chuckles. I took a bath, silly wolfie. By the way, here. He gives me a cup of chocolate? Hot chocolate. He also brought another one. It seems like herbal tea. Maybe that drink is for him. Let's sit there, or you can sit at my bed. He suggested and he goes to the cabinet to bring a small table and a chessboard. You want to play a game of chess at a time like this? Why not? Besides, I am kind of curious to play with a champion like you. While we are playing, I can share all the information that I promised to share with you. Doing a little dance. Okay, so Zearu's like a toddler. He's like a toddler. Approximately, I think like 7, like around 7. Except he's not a toddler at that point. He's like 4. Average 4-year-old weight. He's around 40 pounds. I've marched through the town with an instrument heavier than that. Actually, I think it was around that weight, actually. And it hurt. Well, oh, yeah, I already read that. He chuckled. Maybe because he saw that trophy. I think it is not a big deal. He seems to underestimate me. Wait, is it underestimate or overestimate? He seems to underestimate me. Okay, but I won't white. Oh, very well. He set the chessboard and put everything in order. Then we both sat face to face with each other. I drank some hot chocolate. Ladies first. Ew. Pff, as you wish, my lord. Oh, we're sharing work stories? Okay. Last year, someone brought a raccoon into the store. And the assistant manager gave it water. As you wish, my lord. I took my move by moving one of my pawns. I see. So about the information that you want to share with me. Let me make it easy. I work for the government, a special forces unit in the military meant to counter the supernatural. F-Force. He said and he moved one of his pawns. F-Force? Failure Force? Failure Force? I laugh hard and he doesn't seem annoyed about it. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. I move another one of my pawns. You know, I am the one who chose the name for my unit. I could tell you are the leader, at least he kept calling you Chief. And Alpha. He suddenly laughs a bit. An Alpha, huh? Because I'm a wolf, huh? He moves another pawn in that position. I remove his black pawn since it is opposite to mine. Take that spot with my white pawn. So, what does the F stand for? Fatal. My unit is called Fatal Force. Fatal Force? Chapter 3, and please click to continue. We're going to leave off here tonight. Anyways, so I'm sure you all saw my tweet. Like the tweet that I made a couple hours ago. That is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days. I'll be working on that for the next couple days. Possible weeks. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to edit it, because like I imagine the recording won't take me more than a couple hours. Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.